Cheers. Cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good to start with a little sparkling.
A little sparkly, a little something, something.
Nothing like, hey, new year, new bubbles.
New bubbles, new year, new wines that we're trying for our new club.
Yes, absolutely. And so like, let's talk about the new club because we have been screaming from the mountaintops, but we are here to answer a few questions.
Yes, we've been getting a few questions, and you did a tasting the other day and got a whole bunch of questions. So we thought it would be kind of fun to answer those.
Clear things up a little bit.
That's right.
So first question is, do I have to subscribe to the club to be a part of it? Is there a cost to be a member?
No. We are not any type of club that you have to subscribe, pay for membership, sign up. You're not going to get a bunch of emails.
There's no minimum bottle, so you can go online, you can buy what you want when you want. The only exception to that rule is Pennsylvania and Virginia. You can only get one shipping a month.
That's just...
All right, so let's pop this bad boy open.
So when we are popping, sparkling of any kind, of course, once you do the Cajun, how many turns is it?
Six.
We
always
ask that.
6.
Every class we ask that. There's the way that you're supposed to do it once the cage is open. Hold the bottle, hold the cage.
You also never know.
Twist the bottle, not the cage, until you hear that sound.
Oh yeah. It's my favorite sound.
One of my
favorite
I love
sounds.
the noise, but gets me every time.
For those who are, I'm trying to hide the label a little bit just in case, but there's a nice little strip on the back for Italian wines. That's a DOCG strip, and or DOC. It's a government control to say that it's one of the best, or one of the areas of growing that the government says is the best area for those wines. That's kind of a easy way of saying it. If you see that on an Italian wine, chances are it's a pretty good wine.
Yeah.
That's the only way my husband drinks Italian wines, is he looks for that. So
we already have
pouring champagne, of course, you want to pour slowly with the glass tip, kind of like you would beer, so that you don't pop those lovely bubbles.
That's right.
Or you get that too much of the foam.
I thought you were going to say, when you were talking about this, down from the neck, on the neck of the bottle, the seam in the bottle, that you were going to teach people how to savor it.
That's another video.
That'll be another video, yes.
That's always a good time.
All right, I'm gonna put this down, just like I said, love you all, but just in case, it's not fair to the winery. So on Prosecco, it is best, I think Prosecco is best grown in Italy. I am an Italian snob because I lived there and I love everything Italian. The other thing is it should be Galera or a little Pinot Grigio, but Galera is the main grape. Don't want Moscato. I'm sorry, not me personally. I don't want Moscato in my Prosecco. You're mixing it.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
If you mix it, you don't want that.
This is lovely. Very easy drinking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I actually and I love the amount of like
lots of bubbles. Yeah.
I love bubbles. I don't like nothing is worse, and this can go outside of alcohol as well. Nothing's worse when you are expecting something to be carbonated and you go and you drink it and it's like flat.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't
I know
that
some
the worst?
people like it.
This is almost exciting. Like from the jump, you get a lot of like oomph.
Well, and the nice thing with
as I'm clinging things. Oh.
You need some food there, but
I know, I'm telling you.
The nice thing with bubbles, especially Prosecco is made to be inexpensive. It should be inexpensive. It should be under 20. There are some up there that do get to be around that 20 price point. This is an extra dry, which usually extra dry gets a little higher price. But you want to mix your Prosecco.
Yeah.
I mean, you can enjoy it absolutely on its own. But if you're doing a mixer, use Prosecco. You know, or a nice cava.
Right.
And I have to say, we have been searching for good bubbles because we want to have some fun cocktail recipes.
We want to have some fun cocktail recipes because we are in the search for spirits right now as well.
Yeah.
And that's what
Don't get me wrong, we can make sangria all day, and I love sangria, but
I love a good mimosa, but
a good
A nice good cocktail.
I love a good cocktail.
Yeah.
Especially that brings you back to the Roaring 20s and the classic cocktails, the Gatsby style per se.
I think this is a winner. Like you said,
I love this.
It can be lovely on its own if you want a really inexpensive sparkling because you feel the need to sparkle and celebrate on a Tuesday night. But I think it's gonna, like you say, it's gonna make a great cocktail as well.
I love this one like a lot.
Keeper. I vote keeper.
I like
you guys.
I like this one.
Yay! This excites me.
All right, let's go on to the next. All right. So now we're trying a Riesling.
Right, which, that one people get a little nervous about.
So we don't have a sweet on our website. We are actively looking for it. I think we need a Moscato and I think we need a Riesling.
Before I even taste, there's two ways I've had Riesling. I've had a sweeter Riesling and I've had a drier Riesling.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued.
This is a dry Riesling, it says on the label. I've yet to taste it. I'm going to give you guys and every time I say this, people get really weird looking at me, but when you smell your Riesling, you will smell the same smell you get if you get a brand new pool toy, like that beach ball. And
okay, I feel like I already know what you're talking about.
But it is. It's, and some people say they call it, maybe oily, or that's a whole nother for the taste, but it's that petroleum. But it's not. It's just, it has nothing to do with it other than it's just
it's not as dry as I expected, but it's good. It's not bad. I would say it's not super sweet, not super dry, crisp. What do you think?
I think I want to skip on this Riesling.
I'll go with you on that. If you're looking for something sweet, then this is certainly not it. But I think it is
going to be your typical Riesling drinker. I feel like seeks out that sweeter side, and it's not as
and
sweet.
This isn't as sweet, but there's also nothing to it. The smell is fantastic, but then there's nothing to the flavor.
You think there's nothing? Eat a little piece of cheese and try it. I just want to see see if it's sweet. Because I had a piece of cheese and then I tasted it. I want to see if there's something different for you guys. Because I'm getting a little bit sweet.
I think it certainly improves the wine, having the cheese with it. You don't think?
Not for you?
I still feel like it's very watery to me.
Okay.
I don't feel that, I mean, we've had some really fantastic Rieslings. And I'm not saying I'm looking for the perfect Riesling, but I feel like...
But I'm looking for the perfect Riesling.
We all.
I don't think that this is going to be the one that people are going to search.
Okay. So,
on to the next.
Moving on.
Skirt. All right, so Sauvignon Blanc, which is one of my favorites. I love a good Sauvignon Blanc. This smells delicious.
Smells Sauv Blancish.
Smells Sauv Blancish. I'm quoting that.
In that citrusy kind of slightly floral way.
Lime with little floral.
I like this.
Little
I like this
honeysuckle.
one.
Yeah. And these wines, we're not going to tell you where they're from,
but
they're from a place that you would not imagine such good wine to come from. I think this is so cool.
Which once again is fun with these boutique wines because we seriously are getting them from all over the place.
All over the world.
We have Chilean wines. Like who the heck has... Do you go out to the liquor store and you seek out, wines from Chile?
I mean, some people do, but
like this
but they get overshadowed because it's always about the main. So this is so cool.
This is what's so cool about doing this is we're really bringing things that are going to be different. So for those of you who are avid wine drinkers, we are the website to shop on because we're going to be different and you can show off to your friends, I have this, you can't find it locally.
That's right. Something
check it out.
And not only can you,
who doesn't love a humble brag?
You've never heard of it and you're bringing the cool stuff to the party.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've got to say, really reasonable prices on these bottles too. The price range, Nick, is what?
I mean,
we start at 13.
Yeah, we start at 13. I think we've looked at a couple that are up near that 40 range. We haven't quite gone that far yet, but on the website, I think 28, 29
26 is the highest 26, currently. Okay. But who knows by the time this is posted, it depends on the cost of these wines. But we are trying to find you amazing quality, hard to find wines with a great price point. Yeah. So you're getting, once again, we all taste these.
Yes.
To your front doorstep, quality products for a great price. Like we're not... We're not going up and throwing up the value to make money. Like this is for your enjoyment, which I think is great.
But also the more you buy, and I hate to say that, but it is the way that UPS and FedEx and all of them work, is the more you buy, the cheaper the shipping rates are. So for for the consumer, if you're buying a 6-pack, which is a case, then you're going to get a cheaper shipping rate.
Sure, absolutely. And also, if shipping ever stresses you out a little bit, maybe grab one of your best friends and split a case together. And ship it. I had so many people come up to me and they go, oh, how much is shipping? And I just had a slight conversation, and I'm not going to document this because we're in a economy where it changes constantly, but she goes, you know what? If I grab my neighbor, we both love wine, we can easily get a case, and shipping, split it.
Yeah.
And it's way cheaper. So grab your best wine friend, order a case today.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
I am going to give this a thumbs up. I think yes.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up. We do have a Sauvignon Blanc on there that we really, really love as well.
Yeah.
That one's from New Zealand. This is a whole nother region.
Right, and so I think there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No.
Showcase
Because
them all.
that's the fun part about wine. It's the terroir. It's the New Zealand tastes very different from, say, a California Sauv Blanc.
New Zealand has more of that, citrus, grapefruit, tropical almost. This is very like fall, crisp apple.
This feels more of a classic older world expression of Sauv Blanc.
Yeah.
Yes, I vote yes.
I vote yes. Let's go on.
You're on the website.
One last
She
sip.
drank it. I knew it was yes.
Hey,
all right, this is the Chardonnay.
All right, we are sipping the Chardonnay, and also we have a chef here at No Time to Cook. What do we call it? The
nene.
The nene. Sipping that nene. Sounds like a dance. Watch me sip.
It does.
Watch me
I think there is one, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying. Watch me sip, sip.
Getting a lot of aroma.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, very citrusy.
And this is very different from our other Chardonnay that we have currently, which I do like different. I like different.
Yeah, I do.
Because the one we have right now, we have a buttery Chardonnay. You go on our website, which is a huge fan favorite, by the way.
Huge fan favorite. But we do have an unoaked as well, and I think this is an unoaked. I'm just going to say off the top of my head, the other two I like better.
I would agree. This doesn't even feel like Chardonnay to me.
But it also doesn't have, it feels like it doesn't feel like Chardonnay, it also just doesn't feel like it's together. I don't know.
It feels like if Pinot Grigio and Sauv Blanc had a baby.
This would be have some bitterness in mind.
Yeah.
You guys taste that too?
Yeah.
I don't like the aftertaste.
No. I'm going to say, if you were looking for a Chardonnay, you would be disappointed by this.
You would be disappointed.
Therefore, everybody, bye.
See? Not everybody makes the cut.
Not everybody. All right, everybody.
Right.
We are swirling it up, spinning it up. What do we think?
Swirling it up.
How many samples does it take?
Smells lovely.
We are sipping on the Merlot. Smells good.
Wow, that sucker's
I
tannic
like it.
and dry.
I do kind of like it.
So you got to think that some Merlot, okay, I don't know about you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel. But when I'm sipping a Merlot, not even being bottle specific, but sometimes my Merlots are super oaky. Super very like, sometimes, I don't want to say woodsy because that's
so
not
when you
the
say
right,
oaky, are you meaning like
very,
spicy?
Almost barrel forward for me. So I'm always going to be a bourbon girl. That's where I kind of, my taste buds go. So,
Does that mean you like them or don't?
Oh, I like. I do
you like the more barrel friendly.
I do like.
Yeah, there's definitely two styles of Merlot.
But then I've also had some styles of Merlot that you just get that beautiful red. So and it depends on how your taste buds.
So
what you like,
in
what
my
you don't
head, because that's the crazy place that I live. In my head,
like. Story of my life.
I call Merlot and Cab the sister brother grape because they are always grown up next to each other.
Yes,
they always grow next to each other.
But I feel like,
they're different.
Merlot's the like mature sibling, and Cabernet to me is always the softer.
See, I disagree on that. Well, okay, so with Cab, you get that tinginess in the back of your throat, which I love, that right down there in the jaw. That's what a good Cab is. It makes your mouth water. But a Merlot gives you that nice warm body feeling. It makes you feel like a hug.
This has such a different complex taste, I feel. I'm curious.
Sorry, last one to taste today. This is the Cab.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful smell.
Smells great.
I'm a sucker for a Cab.
This is a pretty nice cab.
Yeah.
Really juicy. Not in a bad way, really good. It's got a little substance to it, so you're really kind of chewing on that for a while.
I'm not hating on this.
Chewing on it for a while. What a term.
Yeah.
I would, okay, I'm gonna say it. Obviously we didn't show labels. I would pick this over the Merlot.
Which we might have to do.
We might have to do.
Yeah.
I would every day, but I love a cab.
I love a cab.
More than a Merlot.
I love a cab too.
This has got some really long finish that I'm really enjoying.
This to me has so much body and like full flavor.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm getting a lot out of this. Not a little.
All right, we got a lot to talk about. In the meantime, you guys, WineThyme.net, THYME.
Like the herb.
Yes.
Well, I like the herb. We are tasting for you. We suffer for you. In the meantime, make sure that you guys go on there for the videos and like them.
And follow.
Subscribe and share.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And we'll be coming at you shortly. I'm just kidding.
Drink or don't.
All right. Let's get going. All right. You got a lot to taste there, girlfriend.
Don't yell at me.
You had us at Merlot. You know that.